Hello everybody, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We've got a mighty stack. We almost didn't have a mighty stack. First we only had a couple of books because our comic book store, something got hacked at the shipping level of Diamond and none of the independents came out, but we're good now. So I'm just going to start at the top, work our way down. Some of these are their last issues, they're getting close to being over kind of things. But not a refrigerator full of heads. Remember last year's Joe Hill House Comics basket full of heads? Well, now it's a hill. No, it's a refrigerator. And what do we got? Written by Rio Yowers, drawn by Tom Fowler. And the original girl that had the axe is being followed. Meanwhile, the two people on the island that have the axe got in a fight with some bikers. And since they have an axe, and the axe likes it when you chop off people's heads, that they don't die, of course. So now they've got a refrigerator full of biker heads, and they make them talk by dangling them in front of the shark head from the first issue. So this book is nuts. And yeah, so we have a refrigerator full of heads finally, and a shark head that wants to eat all the time. Although, I don't know what it would do. It's just the face. Like literally the shark, like right there is just jaws and a nose. I don't know that it would do anything to him. I don't know how that works. Anyways, the girl, June, gets kidnapped by bad guys who everyone's after the axe of or whatever, I don't know. Issue 4 and the last issue of Gru meets Tarzan, with written by Sergio Aragonés and Mark Evanier, illustrated by Sergio Aragonés and Thomas Yeats. Thomas Yeats draws the pretty Tarzan. Sergio draws the mush-faced Gru. And Gru is going back to get an army to help Tarzan fight white slavery. No, not white slavery. The other kind of slavery, my apologies. White slavers going after African tribespeople as slaves. There we go. I worked my way around the outside and went right back in. And Mark manages to save Sergio from the Jungle Island place. And I talk about another crossover, and that's the end of that. And there's a big avalanche, so Tarzan and Gru can never be in a comic book together again until the next time that they are. This is the last issue. This was fun. It's already issue 4. Let's wait for the trade. Get it done. Issue 3 of 4. One of my favorite new books. I used to read a lot of hard case crime books. This is Gun Honey. And we have writer Charles Arday, artist Ang Hor King, and they're trying to talk our Gun Honey into going in and doing some investigation. They say she has to take a cop with her. It's funny because she punches him in the face, so he looks less like a cop, and everybody thinks he looks just like a cop. And the prolific nudity still sticks around. We're in a bathhouse, so I don't know if I'm supposed to show that on YouTube. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So definitely an adults only comic book. And they're going to meet up with this fella who always has to stay in a bath because of all of his scar tissue. And now they're going to find out the secrets about her family and the Gun Honey thing. So this is good. One more issue. I read a second one. We're going to save that one for last. Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. We watched the movie today, which was great. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you. This is written by Jean Lun Yang. Daike Ruan is the artist. If I said your names wrong, gentlemen or ladies, I apologize. So the Cosmic Cube. The good guy's coming for the Cosmic Cube because Shang-Chi said it's you already have it, I gave it to you, but one of his underlings kept it and turned it into a sword. A thunder sword, so he's going to fight Thor. But Yeah, we find out that it's not actually a sword. It's a different kind of thing. But we did get a really cool, giant, 2-panel, kapow thing. So that was cool. And in the end, we're like, I really thought this was going to be the last issue. I really, really did. But it's not. We have, next issue is, we're going to find out who Shang-Chi's mother was. Because she apparently has been living in the negative zone if you've been keeping up with the thing. So this is good. I always liked the Master of Kung Fu, and I'm glad he had a movie, and I'm glad he has a comic book, and I'm glad his movie did well. Vampirilla Holiday Special. You can tell it's a Joseph Lisner cover. All of his girls are gorgeous, but they all look exactly the same. It's literally, oh look, Dawn's dressed up like Vampirilla. So we got 3 stories. The Fright Before Christmas with script and art by Will Robson. Vampire Bells, script and art by Vincenzo Federici. Slay by script and art by Vincenzo Caruto. Hey, so if they drew it, they wrote it. That's kind of neat. So it's Christmas Eve. There's a big hunt between past, present, and future. And they're after Vampirilla this year. And there's lots of monsters. And the monsters are controlled by one of the people, and she's literally had enough. She goes right after all of them and beats the hell out of them. So that was kind of cool. The second story is, she's fighting a kaiju. It's a kaiju. It's called Vampire Bells, and it's a kaiju. They're in Hong Kong. She does that trick where she goes inside of him and gets her way out of him. You know, like they say you can't do if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where Drax gets swallowed and he's in there going down and it doesn't do any good. And then the last one is I'm assuming it's Krampus fighting Santa Claus, and Santa don't make it. So at the end she becomes Santa with giant bats pulling her sleigh. This was just silly fun. This is all this was. And it was a lovely holiday special. So, good job. They called it a holiday special, but all 3 of them were about Christmas. Figure that out. Alright, Moon Knight number 5. Look at all those chains. It's like an homage to an old Spider-Man comic book. Writers Jed McKay. Artist Alessandro Capuccio. Assuming I got that right. So, we've got a bad guy named Soldier after Moon Knight. I love the way they do Moon Knight though, because he's always just the whitest thing. It's like they bleach out every frame of the comic book that he's in when he's wearing a suit. And then when he's Moon Knight, he's blacker, I guess. And he's trying to find this soldier guy, and he also has to talk to his psychiatrist. Apparently, something I'm unaware of, he took out the Avengers because Nashu told him to. It's Nashu or Kanashu. I do believe it's Nashu. We get a couple of nice, cool spreads of Moon Knight doing his best Batman imitation. That's all he really is. But and then he goes just to find out information. So instead of doing it the hard way, beating out of somebody, he goes to their mom and has tea and muffins with them. I'm like, this is genius. So in the end, it's like he gets tricked. Soldier's not the threat, and they use him because they're like, well, there he is, and there's the bomb. You don't have time to save both. You can save yourself, or you can save Soldier. Luckily, Moon Knight is what we like to refer to in the business as stubborn. So he's fighting somebody, and we get him in the last panel, and his name is Zodiac. So we'll see how that goes. And recently, they apparently figured out who the Zodiac Killer was. He'd been dead a couple years, so he won. But, you know. Okay, we're going to get the last one. A little coffee here. We did our other show earlier where his old man plays video games, and I played The Binding of Isaac and did terribly. You can catch that on the same YouTube channel. It just says Douglas Walls. That's my YouTube channel. I didn't go real hard there. All right. Chicken Devil! Issue 2. Brian Bucalato is the writer. Hayden Sherman is the artist. Thanks, Hayden. You might have had the easiest name so far. So he has to go retrieve $2 million worth of stolen heroin, gets attacked by a gangster, and the gangster shoots himself in the head. So it's like, Okay, so he still wears his chicken costume, sneaks out with the dead body, goes and gets some food. The double animal style combo with a vanilla shake, and it says animal style for some reason, so he has to have that. We get a little flashback about the entire Mitch's Hot Chicken that we mentioned in the first issue, which was kind of nice. And he meets up with his buddy. Unfortunately, he is not a professional criminal, so when he gets to the motel dressed, that's right, like Chicken Devil, buck, buck. This guy's waiting there for him with guns. He's like, here, you can take all the chicken business. I'll take it. He goes, my family is dead. You blew my family. So they have a big, huge fight. And then the bad guys show up. And it ends again. Just like the last issue. Somebody getting shot dead. And to be continued. So I'm very excited about this book. I like this book a lot. So he's going basically, the whole thing that is he has nothing to lose. Everything he had is gone. And I think the costume's making his head snap a little. So Chicken Devil, if you can still get the first couple issues. I would recommend buying it in floppy because it's just, waiting would kill me. I need to know what's happening with Chicken Devil right now. So that was a big stack. Thanks for listening to all my ramblings. We'll be back next week with, I don't know how Thanksgiving week works. I think we're going to pick them up Wednesday or Saturday. You guys don't care because I publish this on, or print, not print, upload. Whoo! Dodge that bullet. Upload it to the magical interwebs on Sunday, so it won't matter when I get the comic books as long as I read them before I talk to you, right? So go read a comic book, go to your local comic book store, go to the library, go online. They all want you to read them. If you like to read on your phone, apparently you can do that. That would make me crazy. So, Sophie, Fiona, I didn't see you this weekend. But you have all next week off, most of the week. So Thanksgiving's next week, and you'll help take me to work next week, and it'll be great. So until next time, I'll see you. Go read a comic book.